Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something pretty serious for pilots. Aircraft icing. It's insidious, often invisible, and it can really knock down your aircraft's performance, sometimes in just minutes. Especially for you instrument pilots working on your BIR. Your basic instrument rating, getting this right, isn't just for the exam, is it? It's about staying safe up there.
Absolutely. It's one of those things for, any GA pilot flying IFR, maybe in a typical Cessna or similar. This isn't just book knowledge. It's genuinely about knowing what to do to get back on the ground safely. Critical for the BIR, yes, but even more so for every flight after.
Right. Okay, so let's unpack this then. How does this stuff icing actually form? What conditions need to line up?
Right. So fundamentally, you need two key ingredients. First, visible moisture. Think clouds, naturally, or maybe fog, even rain. And second, the air temperature has to be at or below freezing, 0 degrees Celsius. What happens is you get these super cold water droplets. They're still liquid below freezing, kind of weird physics, but they lack something to freeze onto until they smack into your freezing cold airplane wing or strut. Then bang, they freeze instantly.
Ah, okay.
And we generally see four main types. You've got clear ice. This stuff is hard, smooth, almost transparent. It forms when larger droplets hit and freeze kind of slowly, spreading out. What this means in the cockpit, it's really tough to see, a real hidden danger.
A sneaky one.
Exactly. Then there's rime ice. It's the opposite. Brittle, white, or opaque, rough looking. Forms from smaller droplets freezing super fast on impact. It looks more like, thick frost, much easier to spot. It practically yells ice at you.
Okay, that's clear.
Then mixed ice is just what it sounds like, a bit of both clear and rime characteristics. And finally, freezing rain. Rain falling through a cold layer, freezing on impact. That's extremely dangerous. Very rapid accumulation.
Wow. Okay, so clear ice is hard to see. What's maybe the first clue then, before you even visually spot it? And beyond just forming, what's it actually doing to the plane? How bad is it and how fast?
Great question. Often the very first sign isn't seeing it, it's feeling it. A subtle loss of performance. Maybe your airspeed starts bleeding off slightly, or you find yourself needing more and more power just to hold altitude. That's your first big hint.
Ah, yeah.
And what's it doing? Well, the effects are severe, and like you said, they can happen fast. You get reduced lift, dramatically so. Even a thin, sandpaper-like layer of ice completely messes up the airflow over the wing, changes that critical airfoil shape.
Right.
We're talking maybe a 50% or more loss of lift in some cases. Your stall speed shoots up, you need to fly faster. At the same time, drag increases massively, and you're carrying extra weight from the ice itself.
A triple whammy.
Pretty much. Plus, your control surfaces, ailerons, elevator can get stiff or even partially blocked. Propellers lose efficiency. And crucially, instruments like your pitot tube or static ports can get blocked. Suddenly, your airspeed indicator is lying to you.
That's terrifying.
It is. And, linking this to what examiners look for versus what really matters in the air, yes, they want you to know the definitions, the types, but what saves your life is understanding how these things impact your ability to fly. It's the effect on performance that's key.
Got it. So, knowing all this, what are the practical life-saving things we pilots need to do, the strategies for dealing with this, and that climb versus descend thing? How do you make that call, especially if things are already getting difficult?
Right. Managing the risk, it absolutely starts before you even leave the ground. Pre-flight planning is everything. Get a thorough weather briefing. Don't just glance at it. Look specifically for PIREPs. Pilot reports are gold for icing info. Check SIGMETs for severe stuff. AirMet Zulu for icing conditions.
Essential checks.
And visually inspect the aircraft, every surface. No frost, no snow, definitely no ice. Clean wing concept.
Okay, makes sense.
Then, in flight, if you do encounter ice, you need to be decisive. The absolute core strategy is get out of the icing conditions fast.
Don't wait and see.
Don't wait and see.
Oh, well.
Which brings us to that climb versus descent dilemma. The critical thing here isn't just picking one, it's making the decision quickly. You're basing it on what you're seeing now. How fast is it building? More than just relying purely on the forecast you got hours ago.
Okay.
If you think the icing layer might be fairly shallow, maybe based on cloud tops or PIREPs, climbing could get you into warmer air above or simply dry, clear air. But if the icing seems widespread or it's building really fast, descending to find air above freezing is often the quicker, safer bet.
So it depends on the situation.
Exactly. A good way to remember this, maybe for the test and definitely for the skies. The priority is escape. Make a decisive move, up or down, based on your best judgment right now. And always, always have an out, like a nearby airport at a lower, warmer altitude. That makes a lot of sense. So it really hammers home that proactive planning and then being ready to act decisively are key. Understand the risks, know the signs, know the effects.
Precisely. Being informed and prepared makes all the difference. And maybe a final thought for you to chew on. Think about this. How will you keep this icing knowledge current and sharp, even after you've passed the BIR check ride? Because weather's always changing, and staying safe in IFR really demands continuous learning, doesn't it?